Good day to all my dear students. Hope you are all doing good. In the previous class, we had discussed the new chapter Ancient Civilizations of India, in which you studied nomadic life, ancient civilizations of India, first urbanization, special features of the cities, town planning, lifestyle and decline of towns. Hope you remember. So today let's study about the Vedic age. The Vedic period or Vedic age is the period in the late Bronze Age or early Iron Age of the history of India when the Vedas were composed. A new culture and civilization emerged in India with the coming of Aryans. In the ancient civilization of India, there are two parts. It is divided into two parts, Harappan civilization and Vedic age. Harappan civilization in 2500 BCE and Vedic age from 1500 BCE to 700 BCE. So, Aryans compiled the Vedas. Aryans produced by assembling information of the Vedas. Okay, Aryans were the one who assembled information and produced the Vedas. These Aryans belonged to the early Indo-European tribe of southern Russia, Ural mountain slopes. So, Aryans belong to the early Indo-European tribe of southern Russia, Ural mountain slopes. Many of the groups of this tribe, which tribe? The early Indo-European tribe. Okay, the groups of the early Indo-European tribe, okay, through Central Asia came to Iran plateau and from there migrated to Punjab area via Afghanistan, is stated by the well-known historian B.K. Ghosh in History and Culture of the Indian People, published by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. According to the well-known historian B.K. Ghosh in History and Culture of the Indian People, published by the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, it is stated that many of the groups of this tribe migrated, in the sense through Central Asia, came to Iran plateau and from there migrated to Punjab area via Afghanistan. So, the culture built by these people in the sense the people who belong to the Aryans, the culture built by the Aryans is understood based on the Vedas and is called as Vedic culture. So children, the culture built by the Aryans are based on Vedas. So it is called as Vedic culture. The Vedic period is identified as the period between 1500 BCE and 700 BCE. So the period between 1500 BCE to 700 BCE is called Vedic period or the Vedic age. This is divided into two parts. First part is the Rig Veda period or the beginning Vedic period. This period is between 1500 BCE to 1000 BCE. And the second part is the post Rig Veda period or the post Vedic period. This period is between 1000 BCE and 700 BCE. The Vedas were not compiled in written form during this period. Vedas were in the oral form at the beginning and later emerged into written form with a lot of changes. So children, at the beginning when the Vedas were formed by the Aryans, they were not in the written form during that period. Vedas were in the oral form at the beginning and later emerged, were collected into the written form with lot of changes. So there are 4 Vedas, children: Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Yajur Veda and Atharva Veda. There are 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Yajur Veda and Atharva Veda. Vedas are mainly a compilation of nature worship. Vedas are mainly a collection of nature worship, yaga and process of yagas and black magic. These are also called as Samhita. Vedas are also called as Samhita. Every Samhita has a text called Brahmana that explains the various ways of performing rituals. So Vedas are also called as Samhita, and every Samhita has a text called as Brahmana which explains the various ways of performing rituals. Every Brahmana has an Aranyaka and an Upanishad. Aranyakas have necessary suprasensory instructions to hermits who were living in the forests. So, Aranyakas have necessary supersensory instructions, have good, thoughtful instructions to the hermits who were living in the forest. And Upanishads are the reflective discourses on philosophy. These Upanishads are the reflective, thoughtful discourses, speech or lectures on philosophy. Upanishads are the evidence of intellectual maturity of Indians during Veda period. So here we come to know Upanishads are the evidence. Evidence is nothing but the proof of the development. Of what development? Intellectual development of Indians during the Vedic period. The first period, Rig Veda period. Rig Veda is the first among all the Vedas. So you studied there are four Vedas: Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Yajur Veda and Atharva Veda. So Rig Veda is the first among all the Vedas. The language used, the geographical and social situations depicted in it justifies this. Rig Veda has 1028 suktas or prayer songs. Okay, Rig Veda is the first among all the Vedas and it has 1028 suktas or prayer songs. They are grouped under 10 mandalas. Okay, these 1028 suktas or the prayer songs are grouped under 10 mandalas. All these suktas were not compiled in a single time. All these suktas, 1028 suktas or the prayer songs were not composed in a single time. Historians have the opinion that there was a gap of 500 years between the initial text and the last text of the Rig Veda. Okay, these 1028 suktas, which are grouped under 10 mandalas, were not compiled in a single time at a time, but it took 500 years. Okay, the gap of 500 years between the initial text and the last text of the Rig Veda. The language used in Rig Veda belongs to Indo-European family. The language used in Rig Veda belongs to the Indo-European family of languages. The geography discussed in Rig Veda extends from Afghanistan's Hindu Kush mountain to Doab of Ganga and Yamuna rivers. So children, the geographical extension of Rig Veda we see here, the geography discussed in Rig Veda extends from Afghanistan's Hindu Kush mountain to Doab of Ganga and Yamuna rivers. What is Doab, children? Doab is nothing but the area between the two rivers. The area between two rivers. Here, the two rivers mentioned here are River Ganga and River Yamuna. The western part of present Uttar Pradesh state, and from Kashmir to Sindh in the northern boundaries. Now let's move to the social system. At the time of their entry to India, there were three communities among Aryans like aristocracy, priestly class and common people. At the time of their entry, whose entry? The entry of the Aryans. When the Aryans entered to India, there were three communities among the Aryans. Which are those three communities among the Aryans when they emerged to India? Aristocracy, priestly class and common people. Caste consciousness had not yet emerged. Okay, there was no caste awareness. We get the picture of an emerging social system in the Purusha Sukta that appears in the 10th mandala of Rig Veda. Okay, there was no caste awareness, but we get the picture of an emerging social system in the 10th mandala of Rig Veda, that is Purusha Sukta. According to this, the gods created Adi Purusha. According to the social system in the Purusha Sukta that appears in the 10th mandala of Rig Veda, we see the gods created Adi Purusha, whose, in the second picture you can see, the gods created Adi Purusha whose mouth became Brahmanas. Okay, the Brahmanas were born from the mouth of the Adi Purusha, and from the shoulders Kshatriyas were born, and from the thighs Vaishyas were born, and from the feet Shudras were born. Okay, thus an effort was made to provide divine and mythical background to the birth of caste. Earlier, when these Aryans emerged to India, there was no caste awareness. Later, the gods created Adi Purusha, okay, and 4 Varnas were formed. Which are those 4 Varnas? Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. Here we see there is no mention of word Varna here. In the later Vedas, the word Varna appears. The first 3 Varnas performed the roles in rituals, administration and businesses and had the right for property. Brahmanas, who were born by the mouth, okay, belonged to the highest caste. They were priests and scholars, and the Kshatriyas, who were born by the shoulders of Adi Purusha, were soldiers and warriors, and the Vaishyas were born by the thighs of Adi Purusha, were merchants and professionals, and the Shudras who were born by the feet of Adipurusha were the lowest caste. They were the servants and laborers. The fourth Varna, Shudra, comes during the last stage of Rigveda. The local tribal groups Dasyu, Pani and Dasa form this Shudra Varna. Aryans, after defeating the local tribes Dasa and Dasyu, made them work as their slaves. The wealth that was accumulated after winning in battles and their unequal sharing resulted in the growth of the social discriminations. The first three Varnas had the right over expanding agriculture and lands. The first three Varnas, the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas, had the right over expanding agriculture and lands, whereas the Shudras were forced to work for the first three Varnas, as they were born by the feet of Adipurusha. They were not entitled for anything, so they were forced to work for the first three Varnas. It was told as their duty, and the patriarchal family was the main social unit here. Now moving to the economic system. Rigvedic people were basically into animal husbandry. According to the Rigvedic compilers, wealth meant cows, horses, camels and sheep. According to the Rigvedic sources, we see that what was the wealth? Wealth meant cows, horses, camels and sheep. The still cultivated land was considered as the part of wealth. There are details of the emergence of agriculture as a profession. Agriculture was a profession. Anyone could have obtained land, could have owned it. Importance of cattle increased as they were used for tilling, to lift water and to move carts, and expansion of agriculture. They were also useful for their milk and meat. On the whole, they need to own cattle herds grew more. With this, village common meadow came into existence. Here, according to the Rigvedic sources, the wealth was the cows, horses, camels and sheep, and the main occupation was agriculture. Okay, anyone could have obtained land and could have owned it. So, importance of cattle increased. Why? Because they were used for tilling, to lift water and to move carts, and expansion of agriculture. They were not aware of the usage of iron, but they were using mature and processed plants as charcoal to melt metals. Okay, they were not aware of the usage of iron, but the people of Rigvedic, they were using mature and processed plants as charcoal to melt metals. The brass and alloy was called as ice. Okay, the brass and alloy, what is brass? It's an alloy, was called as ice. Though there are references of pots, there is no reference to pottery as a profession. Situational references appear in Rigveda on crafts like weaving, carpentry and other professional skills. The word Pani is referred to in Rigveda many times. This was used to refer to a local rich tribe. They knew agriculture. In Rigveda, the cultivable land is called as kshetra and cultivation is called as krushi. So children, in Rig Veda, the cultivable land is called as kshetra and cultivation is called as krushi. An irrigated land belonging to Aligram of Swat Valley has been found and it belongs to the 11th century BCE. There is a reference to stone pulley with wood cups to lift water from a well. In villages, we still see children. There is reference to stone pulley, a wheel with wood cups to lift water from a well. Oxen were used to pull carts and plows. They were used to pull water by using rope and pulley. The lifted water was flown into broader canals. With the help of this technology, the agriculture that was limited to areas closer to the rivers expanded to areas which had higher level of underground water table. So children, earlier, in the sense when agriculture was started at the first time, we see the lands, the crops were grown where the water is the land is very near to the water body. Later on, we see the help of the technology, the agriculture land was limited to areas closer to rivers expanded to areas which had higher level of underground water table. That means we see the oxen were used to pull carts and plows. They were used to pull water by using rope and pulley. The lifted water was flown into broader canals. The water was shifted to the broader canals and this was possible to expand the agriculture land. There are references to preservation of seeds in the underground and also of harvested grains. Java is identified as barley. So this is about the economic system of the Rig Vedic period. Now moving to the political system. A reference to Grama appears in Rig Veda. Tribes were living in Gramas. Tribes were living in Gramas. Gramas are none other than the villages. Rajan or Raja was the head of the tribes. The names of Rajas were related to their specific tribes. Some tribes may have had more than one Raja. The position of Raja was hereditary. Rukshi of Kuru clan and Shudas of Bharata clan are the examples of this. In the political activities, the invasion and suppression of non-Aryan tribes like Dasyu and Pani by the Aryans, one of the major parts of Rig Veda considers Dasyu and Pani as inhuman. They were treated as aliens and killable. There are references to this conflict between Aryans and non-Aryans in Rig Veda. The words Sabha and Samiti were used to denote the assembly of common people around the king. The people who ruled over common people are called as Kshatra, and the one who fights or a soldier was called as Yodha. The word Kshatriya was not in use. Kings and the rich had power concentrated in them. They were gifting cows, horses, gold and cultivation tools to priestly class. Invasions and conflicts used to take place for cattle. Those who were successful in these invasions increased their wealth and could also get prisoners. So children, here we come to know the word Kshatriya was not in use. Kings and rich had the power. Okay, they were gifting cows, horses and gold and cultivation tools to priestly class, higher class people. Invasions and conflicts used to take place for cattle. Battles used to take place for cattle. Those who were successful in these invasions increased their wealth and could also get prisoners. Okay, those who were successful, those who used to win these battles, they increased their wealth because cattle meant wealth to them and could also get the prisoners. Those who used to lose, they were treated as the prisoners by the people who won. Now moving to the religious system. The religious system. Yajna was the epicenter of religious practices. During the yajna, animal sacrifices were done to appease gods. In order to please gods, yajna sacrificing, animal sacrifices were done in order to please God. Yajnas were organized primarily for two reasons. These yajnas to please God were conducted or organized for two reasons: to get good rains and harvest, and to seek the help of gods to defeat their enemies like dasas and dasyus. The priest who conducted the yajna was called as hotar. Okay, the priest who conducted the yajna was called as the hotar. During yajna, the reciting of shlokas and consumption of soma, is nothing but a drink, was done. There was no idol worship in Aryans' religion. Okay, they were also not using any animal, human or other symbols to worship. More prominence was given to fire, that is Agni, in Rig Veda period. There are around 200 shlokas on fire, around 250 shlokas dedicated to Lord Indra. Espouse says that Indra brings rain. Indra brings rain. In the first picture you can see. Okay, the people of Aryans used to worship God Indra for good rain and to defeat the enemies of Aryans like the dasas and dasyus. Eats buffaloes and gets drunk with somarasa. Vishnu had not gained prominence then. At the later stage, Rudra appears as Shiva in Rig Veda. There are no references to beliefs to incarnations in the next life. There was no belief. People of Aryans, the people belong to Rig Vedic period, the Aryans, they were not believing in incarnations. They did not believe there is the next life. Mahayajnas were performed by the rulers and heads of various tribes and were led by priests. When the hold of priestly class was insignificant during the early Rig Veda period, references to minor, okay, we see during the early Rig Vedic period there was the hold of priestly class with insignificant, not so good. The priestly class was not so good during the early Rig Vedic period. We see the references to god of cultivation. Okay, Kshetrasya Pati, and god of plough Devi Sita, and minor house deity Vasutoshpati are found. God of cultivation Kshetrasya Pati, god of plough Devi Sita, and god of plough Devi Sita, and minor house deity Vasutoshpati are found. There are many such references to the religion of common people In the last part of Rig Veda, there are shlokas on marriage and death. The people of Rig Vedic time did not know the art of writing. The language was based on phonetics. Phonetics means only speech. There are similarities in the characters and names that are found in Rig Veda and Indo-Iranian religious text Avestha. There are similarities. We can see the comparison in the characters and the names that are found in Rig Veda and Indo-Iranian religious text, that is book called Avestha. So children, today we studied the Vedic age, 4 Vedas, Rig Veda period, social system, economic system, political system and religious system. So children, I hope you have understood. Keep watching the video again and again to understand the concept clearly. Thank you children.